welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking all about the flower stand block of the month, and we're on month 3. I'm so excited. This quilt along is going by so fast. I cannot believe we're already on month 3. But this month we are making block 5 and block 6, and I just did a video on block 5, so be sure to check that out. I'll link it in the description below. But we're going to talk about block 6 today. So block 6 is this adorable poppies block in a cute little crate. I'm going to show you in the quilt really quick. So here's what block 6 looks like. It is right here, just on the side. It is right there. It is two little cute poppies. There we go. 2 little cute poppies. And then we do have the hand embroidery for this block. Now again, if you do not want to do hand embroidery, you can always check out the pre-printed panel in my shop. It's just a little printed panel that you can just cut out and sew right in. Or you're more than welcome to just make this a solid crate or show off your favorite fabric there. So don't feel like you have to add the hand embroidery, but I think it adds something beautiful. And you might have already done all your hand embroidery in month 1, which is actually so smart. So then all you have to do is cut it out and get started, and you don't have to worry about it. But I wanted to show you my block, my cute poppies block. Here is my block. Oh my goodness, it is so cute. It's so small, and I think that when they are smaller blocks, they're just so cute. So cute. So here's my block. For my quilt for the tutorials, I am using the pre-printed panel, so you'll be able to see that in the video when you start watching it. But here is my block. It's so cute. I'm so excited about this. So you will need your month 3 flower pack, so go ahead and get that open and pull out your pattern, and we are going to get started on block 6. Okay, so I first wanted to show you the block in the quilt before we get started here with the tutorial. So for block 6, we are making this adorable poppies block right here. This adorable, cute little block. I love it so much. So there are these cute little poppies in a cute little box, container, flower pot, whichever you want to call it. Let's go ahead and get started. What do you say? Okay, so cute. Let's get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I went ahead and cut out all my pieces and went ahead and made a little bit in order to speed up this tutorial. So you do need your flower pack month 3 envelope, and you want to pull out your pattern. So your pattern is right here. Now we're going to be making block 6. In the last tutorial we made block 5, but now we're going to be moving on to block 6. So go ahead and open it up to page 3 and we will get started. So the first thing in all my patterns, I say this in every video, you know, is step 1 is to draw a diagonal line. But I don't do that because I use diagonal seam tape. So I won't go on and on and on about how this is used, but go ahead if you do not have this or your preferred method of drawing a diagonal line, and we will move on to step 2. So for step 2, we are going to be using our fabric O and our fabric M. So our fabric O right here and fabric N. We need 4. I probably said fabric M, but I mean fabric N. So for this one, we are just assembling fabric N to the corners of our fabric O. Now you're going to make 2 in each print, but I went ahead and already assembled one of my flower units so that I can make this tutorial a little faster for me. So that's this unit right here in the middle. So once you do that, you're going to press and trim. Be sure to trim according to the instructions, and then we are going to be moving on to step 3. And I do have a little bit of a modification to step 3 that we found was slightly in error, or the way the diagram is drawn is not really correct. So I'm just going to go over that, and then I'll send that correction in an email to those of you that are signed up for the flower stand notification emails. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and when I get back, we'll move on to step 3. Okay, so I just finished up with step 2. So here is my O unit. Again, I already made one of the flower units, so this is your O unit right here in the middle. Okay, so now we're going to move on to step 3. So for step 3, we need our fabric P rectangles and our fabric N squares. So for this, the diagram shows that you should be able to put 2 squares and sew without having to make one side and then come back and make the other. So that is incorrect because there is a little bit of an overlap, about 1/4 inch. So what we need to do here is first assemble our fabric N to the top left corners. Then we're going to press towards fabric N. Okay? After we have done that, then we can put the right side on and then press towards fabric P. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then I'll show you what that other side looks like. Okay, so I just got done assembling it to fabric P on the left side of both of those. Now we're gonna assemble the right side. So you have to do it this way or else it won't work right. So the diagram is incorrect. So I'm gonna go ahead and assemble these right here, and I will be right back. Okay, I just got done completing step 3. So again, there was an error in the diagram. You will put on the left side and then press and then put on the right side. Now you will notice there is a little gap or a little piece of white fabric there. That's supposed to be there. It's not going to be 1/4 of an inch, because when we assemble the top piece, you want to cut that point off so it becomes more like a little rounded petal. So don't worry on this step if you should not have 1/4 inch right there. So now we're going to be moving on to step 4. So for step 4, we need our fabric P units and 2 fabric I. So we're going to place our fabric I, and the diagram is incorrect on this one as well. So on the diagram it shows there's a big gap right here. That is not correct. It should actually touch your fabric in square up there, like that. Again, I will send that error out in the email, and then I'll also put it on my website. So I'm going to assemble on the fabric I, and I'm going to press towards fabric I, and I will be right back. Okay, so here is my LP and my RP unit. I'll trim off that little excess in a second. So we're gonna move on to step 5. So for step 5, we need 2 fabric M rectangles, and we need our O unit. So again, there are a couple different steps you're gonna do first. So first, you're gonna be assembling fabric M to your P units, and after that, you're gonna be assembling them to your O unit. Now, you want to make sure that your seams nest right here and here. So I've done that here. So you want to make sure those nest perfectly when you are assembling this right there and there. So just be aware of that when you are assembling. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and when I get back, this flower unit will be done. Okay, I just got done with my flower unit. So now I have 2 flower units. They are so adorable. Love them. Just as a reminder, you do not have 1/4 inch seam up here. So don't freak out if you're like, oh no, that's supposed to be 1/4 inch. It is not. These places up here do not need to be 1/4 inch. Okay, I'm going to move that to the side. For step 6, we're going to be making our little leaf unit. So we need fabric Q. So this is directional fabric, so just be careful that you cut that. So we're going to have a left side and a right side, and we only have one of this one. So just be aware of this darker green, there's only one. So we're going to have 1 LQ unit and 2 RQ units. So we need our fabric in squares, and what we're going to do on the left side is we're going to place 1 fabric in square on the top right and 1 on the bottom left corner, and so on our diagonal lines. For the right unit, we're going to have 1 fabric in on the top left and 1 fabric in on the bottom right. And then you're going to assemble on your diagonal lines. You're going to make 2 right units and 1 left unit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and when we get back, we'll be able to put our stems together. Okay, I just finished up with my Q units. So I'm going to lay these back out. So we've got our right Q here and here, and our left Q. So now we're going to be moving on to step 7. We're going to be making the big leaf unit. And so for our big leaf unit, we need this lighter print. We need 1 fabric R. We need 2 L and 2 C. So 2 L. Oh. And 2 C's. Right here and here. Okay, so for this step, there are a couple different steps within the step. Okay, so first we are going to assemble our fabric C and L to our RQ unit, fabric L and fabric C on this side to our RQ unit, and then we're going to assemble both of those to the fabric R. And then we are going to have our big leaf. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what step 8 looks like, because it's just a smaller version of that. So you do need fabric S, you need your fabric RQ, you need the remaining L, and 1 fabric B. So what we're going to do is we're going to assemble fabric L's to our RQ units, then assemble fabric S and then B. Super simple. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and when I get back, I'll have my big leaf and my small leaf completed. Okay, I just finished up with step 7 and step 8. So here I have step 7, my big leaf unit, and here is step 8, my small leaf unit. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to that crate really quick. For step 9, what we need is our poppies. So again, this is fabric A. If you already hand embroidered that or cut it out of your panel. And then we need our fabric W squares. And all we're doing here is we are just assembling our W squares to the corners of our fabric A, poppies. And then we're going to trim and press towards fabric W. I'm also going to go ahead and show you step 10. So for step 10, you need fabric V rectangle and the remaining 2 fabric N squares. So for this one, you're going to first assemble fabric N on the bottom left corner, trim and press, and then you're going to assemble fabric N on the bottom right. And you will have a 1/4 inch seam right there as well. So what that one looks like is this right here. So you're going to do the left side, then the right side, and you should have a 1/4 inch right there. Okay, I just finished up with step 9 and then step 10 here. So now I have 2 of these V units and 1 A unit. So now we're going to move on to step 11. So for step 11, we do need, I'm going to put those to the side, we do need our A unit. We need 2 fabric T and we need 2 fabric U rectangles. So we're just creating this little crate. So all we're doing here is we're assembling our fabric T to our fabric A unit. And we are assembling our U rectangles to that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and when I get back, we're going to move on to step 12. Okay, I just finished up with the flower pot unit, so here we have the flower pot unit. Now we're going to move on to step 12. So for step 12, we are just making our flower cluster unit. So all we need is our cute little flower units. We need our stem units, so the big stem goes on the left side, the little stem goes on the right side. We do need, let's put that up there. We do need fabric F and fabric K. So fabric F, oh, not there, up here. And fabric K, we'll split them here. So you're gonna go ahead and assemble those. First, we're gonna assemble our small stem unit to our flower unit, and then fabric F. Then we're going to assemble our big stem unit to our other flower unit. Then we're going to assemble fabric K. But I want to make you aware that you do want to make sure that these line up in the center so that when you do open them up, they nest perfectly. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and take a peek on how that looks. So you want your seams, so I don't know if you can see that, you want them to line up perfectly right there and there. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble that all together, and then we will move on to step 13. Okay, now this is so darn cute. Okay, I have my flower cluster unit done. Now we're going to be moving on to step 13, and this is simple. You're just assembling your crate unit to the bottom of your flower cluster unit like this. So I will do that, but I also want to move on to step 14 and just show you how that goes together as well. So you need your 2 V units, you need 1 fabric G. Now I want to show you on the edge of these little feet, these are not going to be the same pieces. So fabric G goes to the left side, fabric H goes to the right side. So just be aware of that. They're 2 different sizes here. And then we need to assemble fabric E. So fabric E just goes right into the middle here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and when I get back, we'll be assembling the entire block 6. Okay, here I have my pot leg and kind of like a potluck. Okay, so I have my pot leg unit and my flower unit. The next thing we're going to be moving on to step 15 is assembling fabric J and D to this. So fabric J goes on the right side, and fabric D goes on the left side. So what you're going to do is just assemble these two together, and then you're going to assemble your pot leg to that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and when I get back, we're going to be all done. Okay, are you ready to see my final block 6? Here she is. Oh my goodness, so adorable. I feel like these blocks went together a lot quicker than the previous month's blocks. And that's good because sometimes you just need a little bit of a break, a little bit of a refresher to kind of get either caught back up or just you want something different, because sometimes doing hard blocks over and over and over and over and over can be exhausting. So I hope that you find this block and the other block for block 5 to be a lot of fun to make. Super cute. This would be cute. Oh my goodness. Just thought of this. Add like a 2.5-inch strip all the way around. Turn this into a pillow. Oh my goodness, that would be so cute. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed making this block. I cannot wait to see your blocks. I'm gonna head to the front camera to say goodbye, and thank you so much for being here. Bye. Okay, I'm so excited. My block turned out super cute. I love it so much. Oh my goodness, this was a lot of fun to make. I hope you're enjoying making these blocks as much as I am. I know in the beginning a few of you are struggling to work with these small pieces, but I think by now you probably have the hang of it and you're probably loving it. If you are following along and making the flower stand quilt, don't forget to share this month's block. So your month 3 blocks, block 5 and block 6, using the special hashtag #FlowerSandBOM on social media. Don't forget to tag me so I can see it and then share it so everybody can see it. I hope you're having a fun time sewing along with this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video if you haven't already. And also comment below what you're enjoying about month 3. Also, don't forget to join the special private group, My So Quilty Life Quilty Community, to post your progress, ask questions, and be inspired by what everybody else is making. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for following along. So I hope that you enjoyed making this, and I hope that these videos are helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next month with tutorials for month 4, blocks 7 and blocks 8. So I'll see you next time. Bye guys.